Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls Golden. What if, whatever you want to call me, and I am back. I'm back with part 2 of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Rengoku, and I have some sort of bad news. I mean, I know a lot of you wanted this series to go longer. Don't worry, this is not a finale, but the next part will be a finale. But I'm not gonna really say much on that part, because I'll kind of explain sort of why it will be, or like you'll know by the end of this part why it's gonna be a finale. But yeah, no spoilers on that regard at all. But I just wanted to let y'all know. But yeah, also make sure to like and sub and blow this video up the best you possibly can. All that stuff helps. When you like, when you sub, when you comment down below, whatever you want, either saying what's up or saying, oh, I liked the video, oh, I thought you could do this better, or anything really helps YouTube grow it, helps YouTube recommend it to people to see a video, all that. I really like this series a lot. I've been enjoying making it so far, and the plans that I had for this series I already had kind of in line before we even began it. So yeah, if y'all don't remember where we left off, I do recommend probably rewatching part 1, but also I'm gonna give a quick little recap. We basically left off where, well, Izuku is about a fight in the USJ, or basically the USJ attack is barely just occurring, and Aizawa is about to basically go fight the villains, and Kurogiri and Shigaraki are speaking about taking the 2 kids, and that it doesn't matter that All Might is currently not there. So with that said, let's get right into the what if. Let's get it. Aizawa hears the villains and what they said, and realized that they were talking about Izuku and Mitsuri. He jumps into action and starts fighting all the villains. Izuku grips his sword, looking at the people who walked through the portal. Mitsuri asks him, who are those people? My father told me about them. I believe they're the League of Villains. Mitsuri is shocked, and before she could even say another word, Izuku was gone. With a wide smile on his face, he dashed in at the villains and began defeating the horde with Aizawa very quickly. To Aizawa, though, all he could see was a blaze of flames flying around, kicking out or knocking out villain after villain. Before he knew it, all of them were defeated. Problem child, why are you fighting? Oh, sorry, Sensei. Thought you could use some help. Aizawa shakes his head and tells him he has permission to help. Kurogiri, bring out the Nomu. Let's see how well this kid can fight when we up the stakes. Izuku looks to see a giant monster in front of him. He slices at it, but his sword barely moves. Wow, you're a tough one. The Nomu charges at him, but Izuku dodges. Izuku jumps in the air, and mid-air he begins saying, Flame breathing, third form, blazing universe. He swings his blade, hitting the Nomu, but it comes out undamaged. Izuku realizes that, well, this thing must have some insane regeneration powers. Izuku continues the fight, but realizes that he needs to push his limits if he wants to beat this thing. You're right, kid. You need to push your limits. Izuku looks around, but nobody is there. Izuku just continues fighting, but the voice continues to talk. Come on, kid. This would be nothing for me. Now grip your sword, breathe in deep, and set your heart ablaze, and save everyone. Izuku jumps away, grabbing his blade. I think I know who you are, and thank you. Flames surround Izuku like crazy, creating such a heat that nobody can even get close to him. Flame breathing, 9th form, Rengoku! A flame-like dragon surrounds him, and he charges at full speed at the Nomu, slicing into the Nomu and obliterating its brain in the process. The body of the Nomu disintegrates, and Izuku points his sword at the others. You still question my strength? Shigaraki, visibly pissed, looks at Izuku, but before he can do something, someone else arrives.
No need to fear, because I am here.
Shigaraki realizes the predicament and begins freaking out. No, no, no. This can't be right. Time to cheat. Kurogiri, warp the kid and get us out of here. The portal appears under Izuku and he disappears. All Might tries to grab him, but he can't, and the villains are gone. Mitsuri screams out, but to no use. Izuku has already disappeared. Izuku, out cold, eventually wakes up to basically being strapped in a chair. Stop smiling, you damn idiot. Why should I? No reason to. Maybe because you're about to die. Well, you want something from me, right? So what is it? You and the girl's power. It's different, right? Well, yeah, definitely different. Don't mock me. Izuku looks around and asks where that warp guy is. That's none of your business, kid. My master wants your power and that girl's, so we will be taking it. Izuku asks him how does he plan on doing that, because last time he checked, taking hard work is, well, impossible. Are you dumb? We want your quirk. But I don't have one. What, you expect me to believe that you can set yourself on fire? What, you have some sort of fire breathing that is all natural? No, don't be ridiculous, of course not. It's flame breathing that is all natural. Shigaraki gets pissed and grabs Izuku's neck with 4 fingers, telling him not to mess around and stop mocking him or he will die. I'm not messing around. This power is not a quirk. And, well, it's a little secret. And just a little secret for you. The girl's power is also not a quirk. Then why keep you alive? There's no point. Shigaraki is about to touch him with the last finger, but Izuku's body erupts in flames. Izuku dashes away, grabbing his sword, but when he arrives back to attack Shigaraki, he sees him walking through a portal, and he's gone. He walks out of the building searching for a television and a phone to see if the news is talking about his kidnapping, and he found out basically a way to call, and he tried to found out a way to basically call someone at UA. He finds a television to see that officers are currently on their search for him, but he also finds out that the UA Sports Festival is currently going on, confirming that he must have been out for, well, multiple days. He makes his way to a nearby police station and tries to basically stand using his sword, still being extremely exhausted. Police rush over, carrying him to the nearby hospital, and the faculty of UA is called to basically be told that their student has safely escaped the custody of the League of Villains. After an hour or so, Nezu and Aizawa finally show up because the festival has just concluded, and they approach Izuku while in the hospital.
Kid, are you okay?
Sorta. My body hurts a lot, but my wounds are, well, healing pretty fast. Why do you think
he wanted you, kid?
Well, he wanted me and Mitsuri. But I think him and whoever he works for at the top are not on the same page. Shigaraki, or whatever his name is, swore that my power was a quirk. But I have a feeling whoever he is working for must have known otherwise. This power that I have, Aizawa, can be learned, but what they don't understand is generations have tried to learn it, but all of them failed. Well, it seems until me and Mitsuri.
I see. This is something. But what if whoever he is working for didn't want your quirk?
Izuku cuts him off. He wants me to become a Nomu. Something not limited by human constraints, stacked with quirks, but with my flame breathing?
You may be right, Sensei. It's just a guess, but you need to be careful. anything could happen from here on out. Izuku nods and asks, what about Yue, and what should he do? Don't worry about anything, kid. For starters, you should be happy. Konroji won the sports festival. But in terms of internships, well, you kind of have no offers because of, well, your recent kidnapping.
Damn. That's fine. Maybe I could... Aizawa cuts him off.
Don't worry, you'll be interning with me. And I want us to go up to your village for the training.
Izuku looks at him in shock. Nezu asks Aizawa if he is sure about that, and he says yes, but they are going by car. Izuku laughs and asks when he wants to leave, and Aizawa tells him that tomorrow he will come back to class, basically tell the class of what they will be doing, and when he leaves, that Izuku will leave with him, and they will head up a day early to get the most out of everything he can. And Izuku starts laughing. It seems like you are going to benefit from this trip as well, Aizawa-sensei.
Of course, kid. I get to see who taught you all for all these years.
Izuku is then allowed to leave the hospital, and he enters the dorms and is greeted by everyone. Mitsuri runs up to him asking if he's okay and what happened. He told the whole class what happened, and when he woke up, he didn't even realize he was out cold for that long. But it seems like the power he used took a lot out of him. Mitsuri gets excited, saying that she can't believe he was actually able to use the ninth form and that it was insane. He smiles and tells everyone that he needs to get some sleep and that being out cold isn't really the same as sleeping normally. He laughs and then goes to his room and passes out. Izuku seemingly wakes up, but he's back in his dojo. He begins looking around and sees someone with red hair, red/orangish hair, and the same outfit as his hero costume.
Who are you?
The man turns and smiles at Izuku, saying that, well, he sorta is him, and that Izuku is the reincarnation of who they know as the Flame Hashira.
You're the guy I heard, huh? You got it, kid, and frankly, I'm very impressed. You seem to have the potential to be far stronger than I was.
But I still lost. I defeated that thing, but my body gave out after.
Kid, come on. You didn't lose. You sacrificed your own well-being to help everyone else. And that right there is the will of a true demon slayer. Or, I guess now I should just say, a hero.
The man that Izuku basically sees tells him to make the name of Rengoku proud, and he disappears from sight. Izuku wakes up in his room and it's covered in flames, but then they all disappear when he awakens.
Am I truly the next Flame Hashira? And what would that make Mitsuri, the Love Hashira? But why were we reincarnated? Does that mean something is coming? Or is the world in so much trouble currently that's why we showed up?
Izuku gets up and gets ready for class. He walks over with Mitsuri and tells her everything he saw, and that there could be a possibility that the other Hashira got reincarnated as well, but there is no clear-cut evidence of that. But they could have been reincarnated because this world is about to face something far beyond anything that they could comprehend. She agrees and they enter class together.
Listen up, class. Today we'll be choosing your internships. So here are your papers. Choose one and then hand it back.
Aizawa looks at all the papers and then sees everyone's choices, seeing that Mitsuri chose, well, himself.
Konroji, are you sure that you want to intern with me?
She basically just says yes, and I mean that these other heroes don't really interest her. And everyone looks on in shock because they heard that she had the most internship offers.
Okay, kid. Come on, let's go.
She asks where are they going, and he says that Rengoku was interning with him already, and they agreed to go back to his village for training, and they leave today. She begins to jump in joy, saying that she's excited to finally meet his sensei. So, are we running there? Aizawa cuts her off and takes them outside and reminds them that he isn't as fast as them,
So they will be taking his car, and it won't take very long to get there. And that if Izuku can run it in about a day or two, it shouldn't be too bad of a drive. They enter the car and drive off. After about 6 hours, they finally arrive at a secluded village, but it's completely destroyed. Izuku runs out and looks for his sensei. Sensei! Sensei! Sensei Fukuzawa! Izuku runs into the dojo to see a figure holding his master by his throat. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I was just looking for you. What do you want with me? It's nothing too serious, but I just have this uncontrollable urge to kill you. Not sure why, but I just do. But don't worry, I have constraint. The unknown figure throws Fukuzawa at Izuku, and he catches him. Meet me at the location I wrote in your sensei's pocket. You have 10 days to prepare. But if you don't show up, I'll kill everyone in a 100-mile radius. Be ready, Rengoku. The figure dashes away with a cloak covering him, and Izuku takes Fukuzawa to the nearest hospital, telling Mitsuri to stay there and help any survivors that she can find. They drive to the hospital and get Fukuzawa treatment for his wounds, and they wait for hours until he finally wakes up. He sees Aizawa and asks who he is, and he tells him that he is the teacher of his son. Izuku runs into the room. Father, are you okay? Fukuzawa turns and sees Izuku and almost falls off the bed, and his eyes grow wide. Are you okay, Sensei? What happened? Fukuzawa looks at Izuku and shakes his head. Our people, kid. I think most of them are dead or hiding. We never saw it coming. The person was ruthless, but his presence was different, as if he was not of this world. Izuku asks what is he talking about, and Fukuzawa begins to cry. Kid, this fight, if you don't win, there's no telling what he'll do. But father, how did he get in so easily? Izuku, because he looked like... Fukuzawa passes out before the answer could be heard, and Aizawa tells Izuku to stay calm, that he's just sleeping. But they need to figure out what to do about this. Izuku looks at Aizawa with the most serious face he's ever shown in his life, with his normal smile gone completely. I know what I have to do. Whoever he is, he dies in 10 days. Flames erupt from Izuku's body in anger, and he storms out the room. And that's a wrap. That is a wrap for part 2 of What If Deku Was the Reincarnation of Rengoku. Okay, off the bat, I think some of you may see where I'm going with this, and I want all y'all to guess who you think this person is. Just leave it in the comments. But you need to get it spot on. Exactly spot on. If you get it exactly spot on, then I'm gonna pull up the comment. I'll show y'all's comment in the obviously the next video. I'm gonna show the comments, and I'm telling y'all, I don't think anybody will really get it spot on, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun little twist, and I know y'all are gonna enjoy it. And I know there's a lot of you that love when I do off the wall things, and there's also others of you that really don't like it. So for those people that don't really like the off the wall stuff, like, I'm sorry, but I thought this was a fun way of doing this series. But yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to comment down below, for one, who you think it is. Also, hit that like button. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just hit it. Hit the sub button. It doesn't cost anything as well. You can literally unsubscribe any other time you want. If you decide, hey, I don't enjoy this guy anymore, you could always unsubscribe later. It's all good. We're on the road to 10,000, almost at 9,000 already. And I think I was at like 7K like 2 weeks ago, which is freaking insane. So I love you all for the support. And I hope everyone has an amazing day. Later.